So here we are. We've been searching for one of our social work classes, and what we have been searching for in our research question has been, why is depression in older persons often undertreated, and what impact does this have on families? So we've gone through and we've talked about limiters, we've talked about inside the record, we've talked about choosing keywords and choosing synonyms and choosing databases. We've even searched some of our synonyms besides our keywords, sadness, elderly, and therapy. And now we're going to go in and we're going to really utilize some of our Boolean operators because we still don't have enough results. We've found some great articles this way, but we still want to play around with Boolean a little bit more and see what else we can come up with. So what we are going to do is we are going to use some brackets and we're going to search all of our keywords and our synonyms at the same time. And so the brackets or the quotations at the end is going to tell the database to search all of the phrase that we are going to type in. So we are going to type in depression or sadness or melancholy in brackets. And then we're going to use the Boolean operator and, like we've been doing, and we're going to do older persons or elderly or senior or geriatrics. And geriatrics wasn't even a synonym that we had, but it's a good one, so we're going to go ahead and leave it there. And you'll see when you are typing in here that it's been coming up with things that just populated automatically. These are just searches that people have done in the database previously. So sometimes it's good to utilize that. Sometimes not, but sometimes it is. And so lastly, we're going to do the same thing for treatment. So we are going to do treatment or intervention or therapy. And then we're going to go back and make sure we put the brackets on there so that the database knows to search that whole item as a phrase and only use these two Boolean operators. So now we're going to click search and see what happens. So we've come up with a lot of results because remember, OR broadens our search. Even though we're using AND to narrow it, it still has broadened our search quite a lot. So this is a little bit overwhelming, so you may not want to do this for every one, but say you could search for depression or sadness or melancholy and then pick out one of these at a time to do. So this is another time where I say play around with it. So you could cut out elderly or seniors or geriatrics and just do older persons and treatment, but leave these three up here, or you could do it for this line or this line. Either way. I can also, just for demonstration, show you what OR and NOT does in them with these main operators. We can search again. And holy moly, we've come up with 500,000 results. Because like I said, OR broadens. Now let's broaden it one more time and see what happens. You've gotten over 4 million results. So that's how Boolean operators work. And narrows down your search to a more refined search to really get down to the depths of really what you're researching, or broadens it. So if you feel like you're having a really hard time using your main keywords, you want to use OR and some synonyms to try to broaden it. In this case, for example, I've broadened it way too much. And then NOT, like I used in previous videos, NOT will get rid of a certain keyword. So earlier we kept seeing articles that had schizophrenia in them, and we don't want to cover that in our research, so we just added a field here and we put NOT, and then we put schizophrenia in the search box. But we'll want to change these back, so why don't we put NOT in both of these, and let's just see what happens. And it has narrowed it down from the 4 million, but it still has over 200,000 results. That's just because we are searching so much at the same time. But that's just to show you the power that these databases have, and the power that what you type in actually makes a huge difference on the results that are going to pop up for you. Excuse my email. So we can go back and, like I said, we can take out these first two and just leave depression in there, and we can leave the brackets. It doesn't do anything when it's just one word, but we could keep those, and then we could do another search and see what comes up there. And we still have NOT, so let's change these back to AND. And we're back down to 18. So let's go into here and let's get rid of some of these and just go back down to a few. So let's do seniors or geriatrics, and let's just do treatment and then or therapy, not intervention. So you can take out a few or all and then see what that does. So we got down to 9,000. And again, we could keep it like this, or we could take out a few more of these. We could go back down to the subject major heading and click on some of these. We could whittle out all these different languages that we have going on. We could whittle it down to just within the United States. So there's a lot that we could do with this. So as you see, the best way to go about searching in these databases is to just play around with your keywords, your synonyms, the limiters, and the Boolean operators in these little boxes. These aren't just separators for the different boxes, they actually have a function.